Surf's up, dudes! The Turtles are back in the final adventure on the NES. Turtles 3 was released on the NES in 1992. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles make a getaway to the Sunshine State until Shredder makes a major getaway with the entire island of Manhattan. His power-hungry plot gets even more bogus when April O'Neil becomes part of the heist. So unless you want Shredder to ninja kick sand in your face and make off with your best girl and your hometown, you better get busy. Squashing him once and for all will be no holiday. Remember, if you're new here, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button as it helps out this channel grow. And don't forget to hit the notification button for all future videos. So, how is Turtles 3 today? Here is our review of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, the Manhattan Project for the NES. The Turtles are just chilling and relaxing on a beach, and they tune in to watch their friend April O'Neil's latest news report. Then all of a sudden Shredder appears on screen, taking April hostage. And somehow Shredder manages to lift the entire island of Manhattan and suspending it a few hundred feet in the air. So now it's up to the Turtles to make their way to Shredder's floating base, defeat him yet again, and rescue April. Along the way you'll fight bosses from the movies and the cartoon series, like Toka, Razar, Bebop, Rocksteady, Leatherhead, Krang, Shredder, and even the Super Shredder. This game is a side-scrolling beat-em-up game, just like the second game, but this game is much better than the second one. In the second game, the Turtles pretty much controlled the exact same way. There was really no difference between the four Turtles. In this game, the Turtles have come equipped with their own unique special moves, so there is finally a reason to choose one Turtle over the other. New is the ability to use your weapon to toss enemies behind you. This game does have a 2-player co-op, and there are 2 modes for the 2 players this time. A mode where you can have friendly fire, where you can't hit one another. Or for more of a challenge, there's a mode where you can attack and drain the other player's health. When playing 2 players, if one player runs out of lives, he can't borrow lives from the other player. Another thing I liked in this game is every time you die, you get to choose a different turtle to play as. You're not stuck with the same character for the entire game. There is a lot of cool stages in this game you must beat, including the beach, riding on a surfboard, a submarine, a broken bridge leading to Manhattan, the floating island of Manhattan, the sewers, the Technodrome, and Krang's spaceship. The controls are pretty much the same as the last game. The A button jumps, and the B button attacks. You press the jump button and the attack to perform a jump kick, and press the A and B button at the same time to perform your special attack, but it will drain your life every time you use it. There are 8 levels to fight throughout this game. Unlike the first game, most enemies in this game takes about 1 hit to defeat, which is in my opinion a lot better. The second game, the levels just seemed to drag on because it took too many hits to kill the enemies. These are some of the best graphics on the NES. Right from the beginning, you can see how good the graphics really are. The backgrounds are very colorful and nicely done. Also, the enemy designs and the turtles themselves look better than they did in the previous games. The character designs in this game are as good as the character designs in the comic books and the television series. All the characters' designs are right on. Konami did a great job with the enemy designs in this game as well. There are some flaws with the enemies though. Most of the Turtles game have basically the same foot soldiers, but with a different color. And this game is no exception. For instance, the soldiers that throw sand at you are yellow, but the ones that use swords against you are blue. So there isn't too much of a variety when it comes to the foot soldiers, but all the other enemy designs in this game are pretty good also. Like the helicopter featured in the second stage of the game, they are designed really well. There's rock soldiers, mousers, and the bosses in this game are designed great, as the bosses all look like their TV show counterparts. Overall, the graphics were awesome. All the music in this game was well done, from the classic music in the first stage, all the way to the chilling beats of the later stages in the game. Even the boss battles have good music. The sound effects in this game are also top notch. There are lots of great sound effects in the game, from the sounds of the Ninja Turtles screaming "Cowabunga" to the sounds of the weapons of the turtles hitting the enemies. The enemies running around sounds great as well. And I also like how when you are walking near the pier and those pizza advertisements fall down, the sound is pretty realistic for the NES. Konami did a fantastic job with the sound effects and the music in this game. The character designs are solid, the enemies are very well designed, and the backgrounds in the game are awesome. All the characters look like they came right from the cartoon series, and the characters are well designed. From the turtles to the different enemies, and the bosses all look great. The music and sound effects in this game are fantastic. I like the music in this game a lot, and I'm glad Konami included the classic Ninja Turtles theme that I always enjoy. The sound effects are great as well, and all of them sound pretty realistic considering this is the NES. The gameplay is a lot of fun as it plays almost like the second game. There are new moves for the turtles, like the ability to flip the soldier over with your weapon, and each turtle now has different special moves. So each turtle doesn't feel the same as they did in the other two games on the NES. There's a good variety of enemies to fight, but the foot soldiers all look the same except for their colors and the weapons they have. There is a little slowdown when there are too many enemies on the screen, but it's not that bad. So what did I think about Turtles 3 for the NES? This game was a lot of fun, and it was such an improvement over the first two Turtle games on the NES. This game isn't as good as Turtles in Time, but it's pretty damn close. Turtles 3 for the NES is getting a 9 out of 10. What did you think about Turtles 3 for the NES? Leave comments below and share your thoughts. That will do it for this episode. I will be doing live streams throughout the week, mostly games from the Xbox or the Nintendo Switch, and sometimes on Tuesday nights I do a Retro Game Night Live. And remember, if you like these videos, give it a thumbs up for your support. Thank you for watching, and I will see you here in the next episode. Have a great day, and cowabunga!